Hey, what's going on? Thomas Few Senior here, man. Just wanted to drop y'all a quick line. I was about to go get my day workout in, but I had something that just kept pressing on my brain, so I had to get it out and get it out to you. And I know a lot of people are out there struggling. They're struggling with their finances. They're struggling with debt. They're frustrated. They're feeling overwhelmed. And they just, and when you're feeling overwhelmed, a lot of times you can't sit down and figure out a plan of action that makes sense to help you to move forward. So while your brain is a little clogged up, I want to help you get unclogged with actually seven simple steps that you can take to get your finances back on track if you just don't know where to begin and you're tired of being tired of being tired of the financial strain. Number one, sometimes you just got to sit down and get butt naked. And what I mean is, by saying butt naked, that means bearing it all, looking at a complete picture of the current state of your finances. I mean, literally go through, look at all your income you got coming in, look at all your debts, pull everything out, lay it out on the table, print it out because that makes it more real so you can see what your situation is, or write it down so you know exactly what you're facing. Because sometimes we think what's in front of us is unsurmountable, that we can't deal with it, we can't get past this or overcome it. But sometimes just sitting down and laying it out and looking at it and writing it down makes it real and palatable enough so you can see, hey, I can put a plan, step-by-step plan to get out of this piece by piece. So lay everything out, strip down, just like when you're looking in the mirror, you get out the shower, you see everything. You see all the flaws. You can't hide anything. There's no filters. You can't change it up and make it all pretty like we do for social media. So get down, dirty, ugly, show all your scars, your blemishes, the rolls, fat rolls, everything. Show it all so you know exactly what's going on. Step two, you're going to start to work on shifting your mindset when you think about money, right? A lot of us wake up every day and we think negatively about money and not even realize we're doing it. We think about, coming up short. We think about scarcity. We think about not having enough money to pay the bills for the month, or not knowing what I'm going to do. My mortgage is due next week and I don't know how I'm going to pay it. We're always operating in a world of scarcity when there's abundance all around us. So we got to start shifting our thoughts, shifting our mindsets. And you can start to do that in a simple way. Just come up with a mantra that you tell yourself every day that you're going to put out into the atmosphere, into the energy. That could be I'm debt and financially free. Say it every day, whether it's you there or not. Start putting that energy in the air. Start saying I have great credit. Whether you're there or not doesn't matter. Just start putting it out there so you can start to train your brain to think like that and believe it. Say that money is in abundance. Say I can have as much of it as I want. Start thinking that way, because the way that we think, everything starts in our thoughts. And if we start thinking that way, putting that energy out into the air, you know what? Because of the laws of the universe, at some point in time, that energy has to come back. It's push and pull. It's gonna come back because that's just the law of nature. So start putting that positive energy into the atmosphere, and you'll be surprised at how that changes. So start with that. Start with that mantra every day. When you get up, look in the mirror, say it multiple times a day. Keep saying it until you truly believe it. That's how we have to work. Step three, actually sit down and document everything. You got to make a financial plan. I always say, if you don't have a plan for money, your money is going to make a plan for you. So sit down, create a budget. That's all a budget is a financial plan on a monthly basis. Look at all your income coming in, look at all your debts that you have going out, lay it out so you have a plan for every dollar that's coming into your household on a monthly basis. That's where so many of us fall short, is we don't plan for our money. We fly by the seat of our pants. We swipe that debit card and this hope is there. Like we do things that are irrational when money is very rational, right? We need to sit down and make a plan for that money and document it on your monthly plan, your financial budget, so you know exactly what's going on. When you look at that budget, if you see you have an overage at the end of the month, great. That means you can make a plan for that additional money. If you don't see an overage and you're in a deficit, okay, all right. it is what it is. I got to figure out either A, how to cut expenses, or B, how to bring in additional revenue so that I'm not coming up short every month. So don't be afraid to look at those numbers and document it and make your plan, because that's only setting you up to properly manage your money moving forward. I mean, that's one thing we have to do, is be good financial stewards of the money we have. If we ever expect to be blessed with more and to be able to increase our revenue and our money coming in, we have to be very, very vigilant and thankful for and responsible for what we already have. So that's what that budget is going to help you to start doing. It's going to help you get disciplined. Now, step 4, you want to make that plan and you got to stick to it. That's where we fall off. Just like when we're trying to lose weight, right? We start off great. We're excited. We're motivated. We change up our diet to this drastic thing that we know we're not going to be able to sustain. We're working out, 2 times a day and then trying to do all this extra stuff when we know it's not sustainable, right? So make sure that when you're doing your plan, doing your budget, make sure that it's something that you can realistically sustain. So that means planning everything out. If you like to do some fun things and go out to eat or whatever it is, go to the movies or do some type of leisure activity, make sure you plan for that in your budget, because you got to live life as well. And life is supposed to be enjoyable. It's not all about sacrifice all the time. So make you a plan that is actually sustainable, and you got to stick with it long enough to build those habits. It's just like building your muscles up. It's the same thing. You're building your money habits up, right? So you got to stick with it long enough so they can help you build that financial muscle so that you can begin to move to that next level that you're trying to get to as far as moving up. Now, step 5, after you make that plan, if you do have some excess funds, you know what to do with those funds. You're going to use that as a debt payment accelerator, right? So you're going to sit down and do something that's called the Snowball method. You can research that, take a look at it when it comes to paying off debt. Lay out all your debts, list the monthly minimums. Of course, you're going to pay those and include those in your monthly budget. But if you have an excess amount of money in your budget left over, you use that to attack those debts. Sometimes you can attack the smaller debts to knock those out quicker, and then you roll that minimum payment in with that extra money and add it to the next smallest debt. Or another method is you can go after the ones with the highest interest rates first to try to knock them out, so it saves you money over the life of those loans, because you're paying less if you're paying those loans off earlier. But check out the Snowball method and I'll include a link here so you can take a look at that as well. And then after you do all of that, you got your base finances and everything laid out. Then I want you to start looking at your credit profile, because your credit profile, that's step number 6. Your credit profile is a financial depiction of what your financial life looks like. It literally keeps a record of all of your financial transactions, how you pay, how responsible you are with your money over your life. So if you look at your credit score and it's low, typically that's an accurate depiction of the state of how you've been managing your finances. Your finances are probably out of order. If your score is a lot higher, normally your finances are under control in those particular situations. And that means you're showing more stability. So order a copy of your credit reports. You can go to annualcreditreport.com. You can get copies from Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Take a look at those credit reports and start cleaning them up. Now, when I say clean them up, that means look for errors, look for issues, look for inconsistencies, because it is your responsibility and yours alone to make sure that your credit reports reflect you accurately and are an accurate depiction of your financial situation. So when you go out and clean up your credit report, that doesn't mean you're going to be able to get rid of an account that you didn't pay, that you let go into collections. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be able to get rid of it. You may be able to if it's an error or it's a mistake. But if it is accurate, hey, that's something that happened. It's the truth. So you can do your best to, try to clean up all of those items that are inaccurate. Because when you're looking at your credit report, everything that's listed on your report has to meet 3 primary criteria. It has to be 100% accurate, has to be 100% verifiable, meaning that it shows that it belongs to you and that can be proven. And it has to fit within the statute of limitations. So that means that certain accounts can only be listed on your credit report for a certain amount of time frame. So make sure that it meets all those criteria. Clean it up with those credit reporting agencies and get your report as clean as it can be. Now, a lot of people think they have to have 0 blemishes on your credit report, and that's absolutely wrong. Lenders understand you go through life, you have mistakes, you have setbacks, you lose jobs, you get sick, you go through different situations that impact your credit, and that's okay. But the key thing is they want to see consistency over your life that shows that you do your best you make your best effort to pay your bills. So you don't have to go out and have a perfect credit score to be able to leverage your credit and use it for different things to build wealth or whatever you're doing. Not just going out buying consumer items, but actually using that credit score to actually leverage it to do something that's going to make you some money or acquire some assets or whatever that may be. So, but you don't have to be completely perfect. All you have to do is show that you make a earnest effort to go out and pay your bills and pay your debts as you're supposed to as an adult. Now, step 7, you want to know what the magic number 7 is? That is rinse and repeat. That means go back, repeat steps 1 through 6 that I listed on this video until you get the desired result that you're looking for. Look, there is no microwave effect out here when it comes to your finances. There's no overnight fixes. If anybody's telling you they can fix it overnight, they're lying to you, or they're probably doing some type of scam or putting you in a bad situation that's going to have you worse off than you were before you started dealing with them. So forget the quick fixes. Understand it's going to be a process. It took you some time to get in the situation that you're in. It's going to take you some time to get out of it. So understand that. Be committed to the process. Embrace the process. As you're going through it, you're going to grow through it. You're going to learn. You're going to develop the skills that it takes to build your money muscles up. And as you get through it, you're going to be so much better off for going through it. Trust me. Everybody goes through it. I go through it. I have financial issues at times, and I have to go through the same process. I have to go back to the basics and say, okay, how did I get off track? What do I need to do to get back on track? And put the plan in place. I have to execute the plan, and I have to stick to it until I get to where I'm trying to get to. Nothing in life is worth having. Nothing in life is worth having without working for it, right? You got to put the effort in. You got to put the time in. You got to put the investment in. And all you're doing is making an investment in yourself when you think about it. Like when you start to take the time to do these things, it shows that your finances are important to you. You're not just letting life happen to you. You're not just letting your money make a plan for you. You're planning for it and doing what you're supposed to do. And that's going to put you in a much stronger financial position moving forward. So I hope this helps. I'm going to keep dropping some additional tips. Please like and subscribe, share this information with anybody, but I'm going to put as much financial information as out there. I'll be transparent about myself and things that I'm going through and things that I'm working towards to improve my financial situation as well. You know, there's different levels to this financial game in life, you know, and it doesn't matter where you're at, just focus on where you're going. So talk to you soon. Check out additional videos as I continue posting these out here. But I hope this helps you. And let's continue to work together to master the money game, master the credit game, master it all. Let's just be better financial stewards of our personal finances and do what we need to do to be the best out here that we can be. All right. Talk to you soon.